Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Apologies if I'm squinting a little bit, the sun is quite bright. But yeah, welcome back. This week we're going to answer the question that a lot of you have been asking in the comments. How much did we pay for this house? I'll also talk you through how we bought the house and any hints and tips that really helped us and might help you if you're thinking about moving to Portugal as well. We also have a couple of updates on Max. He went to the vets this week, so I'll show you some of that footage. I'll take you up to the land so you can see what we've done in terms of the clearing, maybe get a few thoughts from you guys on what we can do with it as well, so I'll show you that. And we have an awful lot of blackberries growing just at the front of the house. So this week we decided to pick some and make some yummy food with it, which is really nice. It's the first thing that we've really picked, and we didn't grow it ourselves, of course they're natural, but it's nice to eat stuff from the land, you know, it's the first time that we've done that, so that's really cool as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. So let's start off with the big question. How much did we pay for our house here in Portugal? Well, the answer is 100,000 euros. Now that sounds like an awful lot of money, and believe me, it is an awful lot of money. But luckily enough, Portugal has some great schemes, especially for people like me, to make it easier for us to buy houses here. Now I'd never in a million years thought that I'd be able to buy a house in the next 10, 20 years, no chance, especially living in the UK. You know, £100,000, that gets you what? A garage in London, or, you know, a very small house somewhere up north. So for me, it was completely unexpected. So I didn't pay all of the money, of course. I do have the house on a mortgage. An important thing to note here is I am 32 years old now. I was 31 when I bought the house, but I'm 32 now. That will come into play in a minute. So basically I was renting an apartment in Figueira da Foz on the coast. Had some family over there as well, so I was there for a couple of years, just renting an apartment there, which was very nice, very different from here. But a really beautiful place, and we'll have some videos coming up hopefully on that area as well. Really, really nice. And the person I was renting the apartment from, it was a mediator, like an agency. And their client decided to sell the apartment while I was living there. So we had people coming to view the apartment all the time. And whilst they were on a visit one day, the lady said to me, "Hey, wouldn't you be interested in maybe buying the apartment? You've been here for a few years. I know you like it. It's a really good area, up and coming. But you know, I think it was up for 160,000, something like that." And I was like, absolutely no chance. I could never afford that in a million years, let alone now. So yeah, thank you for the offer, but you know, there's no chance. And she said to me, "Well, you do know Portugal have a number of schemes available, especially for under 35s who are buying their first house." Now I was 31 at the time, might have even been 30 when she mentioned it to me. I was like, okay, so what are the schemes? So the scheme that they have for under 35s is that you can get a mortgage with no down payment, so 0% deposit, and also they void any of the taxes like the stamp duty and stuff like that. So all you do is pay for the lawyer, the notary, to do the signing of the contract. You don't pay any taxes, and you don't have to put a deposit down. Now I did eventually put a little bit of a deposit down, but you're able to get the mortgage that way as long as you get approved by the bank. And I was like, interesting. Maybe the bank won't approve me. I'm a very realistic person. Can be quite negative when it comes to those things because I don't like to get my hopes up. You know, I always hope for the best, but kind of expect the worst. That's kind of how I live my life, but still in a very positive way. It might be hard to understand, but I get it. So I thought, okay, why not? Let's apply for the bank for approval through her as my mortgage agent. And somehow I got approved for around 100,000, 110,000, something like that. So I was like, wow, let's get looking. Then why not? Let's go. Let's get looking for some apartments. So we were looking. We wanted somewhere that was in the middle of kind of nowhere. We didn't want to be near too many people. And we wanted a nice terrace, a nice little bit of land, and a house that we could actually live in. And believe me, it's really, really difficult to find somewhere with that budget in a house that you can actually live in and that has land. we could only find a few, to be honest. Most of them needed quite a lot of work, and I'll be honest with you, I am not very good with my hands. I'm not very good at building, construction, all that kind of stuff. I'm not very good at it. I can give it a go as long as someone's teaching me what to do, but yeah, I'm really not very good at it. So I wanted somewhere that we can move in reasonably quickly, pretty much straight away. We saw a couple of places, but they either didn't have land or they were too dilapidated and it would take too long to do up, and we didn't want to rent another apartment and spend another year somewhere else. So when we found this place, it's been abandoned for a couple of years, but all it needed was a clean really and a few things fixing up here and there. It's got the courtyard, it's got the land, and it was right on our budget. Also, my mother was looking at houses with us, and this came as two houses, this one and the one across the road, which my mother is now living in, so it was literally perfect for us. Now, as with anything in Portugal, it took many months to get the mortgage over the line. Everything here takes so long. But yeah, after about 3 months, we got it over the line. We signed the paperwork back in June, I think it was. And here we are now in August, September, and we're living here, and we could not be happier. So what would I advise if you were coming to Portugal and you're thinking about moving here? It depends what category you're in. A lot of people that I've seen and a lot of other YouTubers that are in Portugal, are from the UK or America or wherever, they buy quite a cheap plot of land. It might have an old abandoned barn or something on it, and then they renovate it, and at the same time they can grow stuff on the land, and they renovate this house basically from the ground up. It might take them a few years, but eventually it looks really nice. And that is brilliant. I really am jealous of those people that can do that renovation. They do it all themselves. I think it's incredible, and I really admire those guys. And I watch all of them, all of the people in Portugal. I think their channels are great. But yeah, we wanted somewhere we could live, now basically. So maybe you're in that boat. Maybe you're thinking, I want to go to Portugal, don't want to go to the Algarve, I want to go to Central Portugal, but I don't want to live in an abandoned place or renovate it myself. I just want to live there, from day one. So what would I recommend? Obviously, you need a budget. So it depends. If you are in a similar situation to me where you don't have loads of savings or anything to buy a house, then I would recommend getting a mortgage agent, because they sort everything for you. My mortgage agent was so helpful. She did everything for me. She liaised with the banks, she liaised with the seller, she helped me with the viewing of the house, she did all the paperwork for me. I didn't really have to do anything. She just sent me everything, and then we just had the date to sign the papers, and that was it. And it was so helpful. If you've got to do all that yourself, not only will you need to speak Portuguese, but you'll need a whole load of other things as well, and the knowledge, lawyers, paying money. And the best thing about the mortgage agents, at least the mortgage agent that I used, was that you don't pay them any money. They get paid by the banks if you're getting a mortgage. So you don't have to pay anything to them. They want to help you. They want to get the deal over the line, because the bank will pay them if they win the bank that business. So you don't pay them anything, but they do all the work for you. It's a win-win situation. If you're under 35, it's a no-brainer. If I was in the UK now and you told me that this scheme existed, you'd have to pay any money, basically, unless you want to put a little bit of a deposit on the house, and you can get a mortgage in Portugal to buy a house, I'd be here like that. It baffles me how people just stay in the UK just because. I mean, obviously, if you've got responsibilities and family and work and stuff like that, fair enough. But if you have the opportunity to do it, believe me, the options are there. And if you want any more advice on it, just drop me a comment down below, and I can answer any questions you've got. We could even do a Q&A if you want us to. If you have the budget and a little bit more money saved up to buy a house, then there's loads of different estate agents that can help you, especially in Central Portugal. Most of them all speak English as well. And yeah, if you've got the money to just buy the house, outright, then it's a much easier process. All you do is find the house you want and do the switch over to paperwork. It's much easier that way. So yeah, I hope that helps in some way. And if you are in my situation, looking to get a mortgage, like I said, getting a mortgage agent, and it becomes so much easier. They do the approvals for you as well. So make sure you do an approval at the start of the process to make sure you're going to get approved, a pre-approval. Make sure you get a pre-approval at the start of the process so that you know you're going to get approved at the end. The last thing you want is to go through everything and then the bank say no. So always make sure you get a pre-approval. I don't think you need residency. Luckily I came just before Brexit, so I got residency very easily. It took me 4 years, but I did get residency. So yeah, that's how much we paid. That's how we've done it on a mortgage, and believe me, it's so worth it. I know a lot of people don't like mortgages, but it allows me to live here in this beautiful place. I wouldn't change it for the world, that's for sure. So yeah, if you've got any more questions on how we bought the house or the process or anything like that, do drop them below in the comments and I'll get back to you. But for now, let's get to Max's vet appointment this week. So yeah, Max is doing really well. He had to go back to the vets to get his his booster jab. He needs 3 booster jabs due to his age. So this is his second one. And he'll have another one at the end of next month as well. So yeah, it was a little bit more normal for him this time because obviously he's been to the vets before now. So he's getting a little bit more used to it. He was still meowing a little bit, but he was pretty comfortable. He was quite tentative getting out of his box. Again, it's another new place. Same room as last time though, so I think he was kind of remembering the vet as well. We got him weighed, he's just under 2 kilos, so he's grown by around 700 grams since last time, which was only about a month ago. So the doctor said he's growing very well, which is nice. And he also cleaned his ears, which is really nice of him. He gave us some more flea treatment as well, and also gave us some ear cleaning chemicals as well to help with his ears. Checked his teeth, of course, as well, to make sure he was healthy there, which he was, which is great. And yeah, here he is getting his ears cleaned. He really didn't care about the ear cleaning stuff, so that was nice. And he also had more of his mousse and got his injection at the end. And he was didn't even realise that he was getting injected. You'll see here that the injection goes in. He's got no idea, so that's really nice. So yeah, he's doing really well, and we'll update you on him again in the next video. So now the weather has changed and it's a lot cooler. It's only in the mid-20s now, and in the morning and evening it's in the teens in terms of Celsius. So it's much cooler. We've had bits of rain as well, which has been amazing compared to what we've had for the last month or so, which has been over 40 degrees. So that means that we could cut the rest of the grass up on the terraces at the back of the house. So Maya was doing this whilst I was obviously working, but yeah, so it was really nice to get all of this cut finally. We did the lower terrace the week before, and now we're just finishing that off and doing the higher terrace as well, and also just around the side of the house as well. So getting it all done finally because we've not been able to cut it just because of the fires, but all is good now. It's even a little bit damp, some of the grass, so all is fine. There'll be no sparks or anything like that. So yeah, Maya's done this, and then what I'll do is after you've seen this, I'll take on a quick tour of the land, show you what it looks like now, and also ask you for your recommendations. What should we do with it? And we want to make sure that we have some area for growing, so we need to see which area is best, what gets the most sun, the least sun, etc., and what areas can we water easily. So yeah, enjoy this and I'll show you the land once it's done. we going, Max? It's been a while since we showed you the land, so I'll just show you it now. Most of it's been cut, there's still a little bit to do, but yeah, so this is right next to the house. There's a nice walkway to that area over there. Then yeah, so up here, this is the first terrace. As you can see, the lawnmower did a fantastic job. Not yeah, we've got this tree. We don't know what this tree is. Anyone identify these fruits? Are they oranges? Are they pomegranates? Absolutely no idea. They've not grown properly because we haven't looked after the tree at all, but that'll be something for next year to do. But yeah, this is nice little area. We can put, I don't know, a table and chairs up here maybe. Got a lovely view of the mountain, of the hill. But yeah, it's nice. And then the next one, up here, up these old rocky stairs. And this is the top. So, again, it's a nice area, it's a nice outside area. Oh, a lizard. Max, leave the lizard. Max! He's alright, he's got away. I love that about this place. Just animals everywhere. Especially when now it's been raining and it's a lot cooler. But yeah, there's lots of potential really. It's a beautiful area. You can see this is where the helicopters can pick up the water if there is a fire nearby. So yeah, what should we do out here? What do you reckon? Let us know in the comments if you've got any ideas. Maybe we could, I don't know, table, chairs, gazebo. I don't know where we're going to put the growing beds. We might put them up here, but then, because they're a little bit shielded here from the animals, like deer that can come in. So yeah, we're going to have to think about fencing and stuff like that. Let us know what you think in the comments. Then as we come over here, I'll show you the side of the house. So we have this area too. Now the problem with this area is that it's very sloped. So, as you can see, oh Max, he loves climbing trees. Yeah, it's very sloped, it's very downhill. So, we're not too sure what to do out here, but again, let us know. We're thinking of maybe levelling out the bottom place and putting a pool there, maybe gravelling the bottom. So yeah, we're not too sure. Let us know what you think if you've got any ideas. So at the front of the house, and all around the house to be honest, all around the land, we have loads and loads of blackberries growing, and they've just ripened, just ready to pick. We weren't sure if they were ready yet, some of these darker ones, but we tried them and they are super sweet, so they're really, really nice. And yeah, so they obviously are ready. I think they can get a little bit bigger and they can ripen a little more, but these were really nice. So Maya and her mum and myself started picking some. So Maya, her mum and myself started to pick some, and obviously I was taking the ones at the top where they couldn't reach. And yeah, it was really nice. So we used to do this when we were kids in England, so it was nice to go back in time a little bit. And again, it's nice to have something growing on your land that you can pick and then eat. You know, that's the first time that we've experienced this. So we just picked a few, and Maya decided she wanted a little snack. We're not sure what we'll do the rest of them, but for this snack, we're just going to wash them off. We think they're safe to eat. We googled it and it said that they were safe to eat just with a wash. I know some fruits, the elderberries, you have to cook them first before you eat them, but I'm pretty sure blackberries are fine. We used to do it back in the day as well. So just washed them off. And she wanted to have a yogurt with some oats and some blackberries. So this is just showing you that. Very easy to make, obviously. Just a nice yogurt, bit of oats on top and blackberries on top. Not really a recipe, but it goes really nice. And Maya reported back that they were super sweet, really nice, and she's going to have them on every morning. So it worked very well. Hopefully when we start growing stuff, we'll be able to do this much more often, and we'll make sure to take you along with the journey with us as well. Yeah, we didn't get to do much else really this week. Work's been very busy. We had family staying as well, so we didn't get to do too much work on the house this week. Hopefully we can pick up next week. It started raining a little bit now as well. It's much cooler, like I said, so it's like 20-25 degrees today, so much cooler as well. But yeah, hopefully next week we'll get around to some more interesting stuff. Please do like the video and subscribe. It really helps us out, and it's great to see the love that you've been showing us in the last couple of videos, so thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. So yeah, please subscribe. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Obrigado.